The Wallkill Valley boys soccer team finished the 2007 season 4-14. Under 500, they didn't qualify for the state tournament. A disappointing season by most team standards, but for these Rangers, they knew the struggles they faced on the field could not compare to the personal struggle of one of their own.
Comes way outside to Wally. He tries a long shot, deflected just wide. Oh!
Over the summer, the Rangers learned that they'd be going into battle without their best player, starting center midfielder Brian Wally. In a private meeting, Wally stood in front of his teammates and let them know he'd been diagnosed with cancer. I had a chance to chat with Wally before one of the Rangers games this season, which he often attended after treatments. I wasn't sure what to expect from this 17-year-old battling cancer, but after just a few moments of being with him, I could see why coaches, friends, and an entire community have rallied around such a strong and spirited individual.
I have bone cancer in my left tibia. I was diagnosed July 17th was the day I had the biopsy.
And you're currently still going to school, is that correct?
I'm not allowed to go to school because I can get sick too easy, so, and this is my last week before surgery. Surgery's on Tuesday.
But you're still able to make some soccer games?
Yeah, I'm allowed to go to soccer games because they're outside.
And how many games have you been to this season?
Maybe 4 or 5. The rest of them I've been in the hospital for.
The Rangers have dedicated this entire season to you. I mean, that's just a huge honor. How does that make you feel?
That's great because since my freshman year, I've always been trying to be a good player out here for these guys, and now they're putting their whole season out just for me.
You're going through your treatments and surgeries, and you're in the hospital quite a bit. What are some of your hobbies right now? What do you enjoy doing? What helps you pass the time?
Well, from my Wish, from the Wish Foundation, I got a MacBook Pro. So I still have a lot of homework, so I do that during the day, and then I talk to my friends in the afternoon when they're home.
Here's the big question. A lot of people have heard that you're sick, Brian, and that you are battling cancer. If there was one thing, though, for you to know, you're obviously here, you're a trooper, you are showing just how courageous and strong you are with a big support system. What would you want people to know that are going to be watching this about Brian Wally?
My friends, more than anything, have gotten me through this, and I was talking to one of them yesterday, and I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, the whole Wallkill is pushing for you," and that makes me feel better than anything else because I haven't gotten the best news in the last couple months.
And you certainly haven't, and I heard that the pep rally here a couple weeks ago, they were awesome to you. Can you describe that?
That was, I mean, I thought that people were going to clap, but it was like a 2-minute standing ovation, and Miss Lucas, the tracker, the running coach, started a chant, and that was awesome. Because I hadn't been there, they didn't know I was there. So when I walked out there, they just all got up and started screaming.
His mom brought him in, and the place went crazy. It was super. Everybody stood up, and you know, Brian's well liked here at Wallkill Valley. He's got that great personality, and you know, people know how important he is to our community here, and the outpouring of just seeing him come into the gym. It was a great day. It was really enjoyable.
That helped me through my last treatment. Because I went back like 2 or 3 days later, and I did find that treatment.
Wally says that family and friends have been his strength during the last few months. But in speaking with many of these people, it's clear that he has given back as much as he's received.
He's an energetic kid with a lot of enthusiasm. And, you know, it was a really tough break that he came down with the cancer. But if there was anyone that I knew that was going to beat it, it's Brian.
He is a very open person. He will help everybody the best he can on the field and off the field. He's going to his games right now to watch his teammates play, and he's encouraged them the best he can. He's the type of person he will give the shirt off his back for anybody.
I've seen him a few times at the house. He's doing really well, and he's such a strong kid.
Brian's a tremendous person. He's really strong and brave. What he's going through. I wish I had a bunch more people like him in this world.
There is no denying that Brian's talents on the pitch have certainly been missed this season.
He has very good ball handling skills. We really miss his playmaking out there today because he was our top returning player from last year.
He's a great player. His skill is amazing. I mean, he's such a team player, and we really did miss him out there.
It was a big hurt because I had played with him. We had chemistry, and I mean he was like the navigator on the team. He would pretty much coordinate the entire team to do whatever he needed.
Well, he's a very good athlete. There's no question about it. And you know, he played varsity soccer as a freshman, and you know, he's not the biggest player out there on the field, but his skill level is very high, and he's an enthusiastic player. We did miss him this year.
When asked if Brian will return playing for the Rangers next season, his friends seem confident.
He will play once again, regardless of what consequences he has to face.
He'll get a few touches back on the ball, and then he'll just remember everything he's ever done, and all his skill will just return. Right after his therapy, he'll be right back to normal.
He'll get back on the soccer field as soon as he can. When therapy and everything ends, as soon as he can, he'll be touching the ball again, and he'll be good.
Since our interview, Wally has undergone another successful surgery. In the midst of his recovery, he recently returned to school to join his team for the Fall Sports Awards Night, and has since been named captain of the squad for next year. Even though the timeline for his return to school and sports is still to be decided, one thing is for certain: Brian Wally is a fighter. Unable to lead on the field, he's instead led by an example and inspired an entire team to act more courageously and to play more passionately, no matter the competition. And it is that kind of character, not the cancer, that truly defines this young man.